All right, guys, we've had a hard stretch, obviously, and really concerned about this game with having to go play at Arizona and play at Houston on Sunday night and come back here. And, you know, we did some things different to try and get off to a better start. I thought that was a positive. We lost one of their best players in like a 4-minute stretch in the end of the first half, and we invited them back in the game. And, just a bad close to the half, too. Noah really does a lot of things well for us. Like, he silently and with his activity and stuff he does defensively, and his offense is coming on. He's a really good player. But we talked about taking a foul at the end of the half. We had 5 team fouls, and none of the players on the floor had a foul. But this is why things that we might draw up on a board in a huddle don't get executed sometimes, because there isn't a commitment to listening. And we lack discipline in terms of listening to what some of the things that I'm trying to get across to the team. So my voice is not working with this group, and that was a great example of it. No single play defines a game, but going up 5 instead of 2 in a game like this, and I like their team. They have a distinct style. They don't do anything that they can't do. They play a very tight game, so we can't afford to turn the ball over 13 times against a team like this. We can't afford to, in a lesser possession game, do those things. We can't go 10 of 18 from the foul line in a game where points are at a premium. So, we failed. I'm failing. I can't get through to the team, so I don't know what else I could say.
Just building on that, would you say that the players are just not receptive to your coaching anymore? Is it just...
I think to a degree that's an accurate statement.
So, how are you handling that? What are the strategies that you're trying to deploy to address that?
I mean, we discussed in huddles why certain things weren't done, why we didn't run the play that we wanted to play. We're not, the players on the floor aren't communicating to get everyone on the same page. There was a set we were going to run, and Pig was not in the position to set the screen he needed to set to start the play, and then Mo dribbled the ball off his leg and it went out of bounds. But so these are things that are happening that, especially in a game like this where every point matters, every possession matters, can't afford to do it, and we did it. I mean, that's not the only thing, though. It's a lot of things. Like, we got punked down the stretch, like couldn't get key rebounds, like just where we needed to we made them miss somewhere and we just couldn't come up with a rebound. It's been like a consistent theme throughout. Hats off to them. I mean, the shot they made on the right wing from like 30 feet as the shot clock was expiring, like there's things like that happening which bring the word like doomed into my mind. Like that's the word when I see a shot like that go in, like doomed, right? That's come line. We have not played well here in years, like since before COVID. Like, we had this place cooking before COVID. Now it's a sterile environment. We don't win here. We don't give our fans any reason to show up with enthusiasm to think that we're going to win a basketball game. And we have been dreadful at home for years. Even the year, I mean, I'd have to look at the exact record. The last time we did go to the NCAA tournament a couple years ago, I don't think we were great here. Like, I think we were better freaking on the road somewhere, anywhere, So this has been going on for a while, and it's not a home court advantage. We can't win here, and bottom line.
So is the same thing happening in practice happening in the game?
I mean, practices and games are different. It's not the same thing. There's more time to stop and correct as things are happening in real time, you have those timeouts and the media timeouts and opportunities like that to address things that are happening. But in real time, the group on the floor has to take ownership of what's going on.
Couple more, and then we hit Santiago in here.
Bobby, is this as demoralized as you felt?
Yeah, it is. In terms of just, the light and the tunnel, it's hard to see a lot of light. I love the group, though. This group is far different than some other teams that I've had, like, that at times might have made me sick to my stomach. This group of people are very willing to try and give what they have. So I'm not overly disappointed in that regard. It's just more of the hope, and the schedule has something to do with it. Like, let's call it what it is. Sending a team to BYU and getting one home game and then two more games against our rival and then like one of the best teams in the country all on the road. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So all these factors matter in some ways.
We got one more question.
Coach, with the start that you guys had, I believe it was 9 assists on your first 10 made field goals, and then only 6 the rest of the way. Where do you think the disconnect is on that?
I mean, they're a pretty good defensive team. They suck the life out of you, because if you can't guard their shooters and you lose guys and they start hitting threes, and they're going to slow the game down, and they're very methodical and can't get a rebound either. So you can't get a stop and generate any momentum. I can't say why. I mean, I think the ratio is pretty good. Like if you had 24 made field goals and you got 15 assisted baskets, that's a pretty good ratio. We couldn't make a lot of field goals because their defense and how slow they play.
All right, Santiago,
All right.
Out of this slump you're in, and any ideas how to kind of pull out of it?
I mean, at this point, I think the only thing we have left is just believe that we can do it. That's it, and keep working.
Did you listen? Were you hearing what Bobby said about just guys not executing things that are discussed in the huddles?
Yeah, I think some of us need to be more focused. There's multiple times where Bobby draws up a play and then we go in there and then the play is not run correctly.
What do you think is the reason for that?
Just guys not being focused. That's it. That's the only reason.
How receptive do you guys think the team as a whole is just to Bobby's message at this point, as opposed to game 2 of the season?
I mean, I think we've been receptive since the first game, and we're still trying to be receptive. Of course, it's gotten harder. Right now, it's really hard to be receptive, but we just gotta try and keep listening to Bobby.
Is there a cumulative effect of just some of the losses maybe affecting you guys emotionally?
Yeah, it definitely affected us. It definitely affected us emotionally, but we try to stay together. We approached this game like it was a season-breaking game, but we couldn't get it. They made more shots than us, and they got doing.
It looked like it looked like you guys got off to a good start. The energy was good. You were getting rebounds, and like Bobby said, 9 assists on the first 10 field goals, and I think you were out rebounding them 12 to 6. So it seemed like that energy and that attention to detail was there early.
Yeah, I think it was one of our best starts. Bobby said it, but then there's a big difference between going into the half up, up 5, and then they make that 3, and you go up 2, and then they feel good about themselves. So I think that was a key moment that brought our energy down.
You guys, made 5 threes in the first half and then didn't make a single in the rest of the game. Just how do you kind of think as a team you have to grow and keep that from happening from here on out?
Yeah, like I said, I think they won the game because they outshot us from the 3-point line, and we were focusing on defense. But if you don't make shots, you're not going to win in the Big 12. So we just gotta get in the gym and shoot more.
They hit a contested 3 over you and kind of threw your hands up in the second half. Like that was a really tough make. It seemed like. What were you thinking in that moment?
I was just thinking, like, I mean, in the scouting report, he can shoot, but he's not Huff or in 52. So I thought I played good defense and it just went in.
What do you think happens next?
we just got to keep trying and try to stay together. Most teams break down and they go on this streak. They just lose every game, and we just got to try and get a win first of all at home this next home game, and then go from there.
Coach, you talked about the difficulty of the schedule playing in the Big 12, but Coach, you mentioned how difficult it was. How's it been for you as a player, kind of navigating playing? It seems like a top 100 nation in the league.
Yeah, our schedule definitely did not help. Playing BYU, Arizona, #1 in the country, and then Houston, very physical team. But I navigated the same way every game. Just try to get better and get tougher every day. I'm a sophomore right now, so just try to improve every game.
You mentioned guys need to be more focused. What does that look like? What's more focused kind of look like?
It's just being more focused, just be more alert to everything that's going on. Everybody has to stay together and just listen and execute. If you don't execute in the Big 12, you're not going to win.
Obviously, this is probably the most demoralized he's been. Do you guys feel that way as players too?
I mean, yeah, we were up a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. We were beating good teams, and then we just came here, lost 2 games we shouldn't have lost, and everything just went downhill.
One more question.
Santi, you know, in kind of a stretch like this, I think it's easy for players to get lost in the sauce and blame each other, but how have you kind of seen the group stay together and kind of, you know, maintain, you know, being together and focusing?
I mean, we've always stayed together. I think this is going to be a key point after this game to see how the group moves forward. So yeah, I think we need to try and just talk it out and just try to get as many wins as we can moving forward.
All right, thanks, Santi.
Thank you.